Welcome back, everyone. In this section, we are going to start discussing moral feeling. These are some of the questions that revolve around moral feeling. Do you find joy in helping others? Are you able to empathize with others? And how do you feel when you do something that you know is wrong? All of those are questions that you would ask yourself to understand the development of moral feeling. And so the one of the feelings that is associated with morality is actually guilt. A lot of researchers have spent an extensive amount of time researching how children feel when they misbehave. Do they feel guilty? Do they feel remorse? These are things that researchers have explored. And in order for children to feel guilty about misbehaving, they first, of course, have to have an understanding of what is right and what is wrong. When children experience guilt, guilt is when there is a discomfort following something that they have done wrong. In other words, they're usually sensitive to violating the rules. Not only is guilt a feeling associated with morality, but empathy is also associated with morality. And this is important to note because young children, not only are they aware of right and wrong, but they also have the capacity to show empathy to others. And so, what is empathy? Empathy is when children, adolescents, or even adults, they're able to react to another person's feelings with an emotional response that is similar to the other person's feelings. So, for example, if someone told you that they just got a promotion at their job, you respond, "Yes, I'm so excited for you. Your feelings are matching that person's feelings." Or if someone told you that someone in their life passed away, then you would also feel sad. You would be able to react with feelings the same as theirs. And what is important, before you can even, children can even have empathy, they have to be able to have this perspective taking. In perspective taking, that is when children are able to understand that other people also have inner psychological states. They also have their own feelings. And so once children are able to understand that other people have feelings, then they're also will be able to eventually be able to show empathy, meaning that they're able to match their emotions with other people's emotions. The development of empathy, there are two big time periods for children, and that usually occurs in early infancy and in early childhood, and at the ages of 10 to 12 years of age. During early infancy, children usually have this kind of global empathy. So they have an empathetic response. They're able to match the feelings of their match their own feelings with other people's feelings, but it's kind of a false empathy because they're still not really able to understand that other people may have different emotions than them. They may feel differently than them. So they just believe that, hey, I feel like this person also probably feels like this. So that's how they're able to have like a global empathy. But if the feelings are different between the self and others, and they're not able to mimic this empathy because they don't understand that another person may feel differently than them. Another major point of development in regards to empathy is when children are 10 to 12 years of age. That is when they have empathy that is emerging, it's coming to life. And that is when they usually start to feel sad for people that are in unfortunate circumstances. So, for example, someone around the age of 10 may see someone that is on the street and has a sign that they need food. They may begin to understand and that that person is going through a rough time, and they may be able to be empathetic towards them and see that what they're going through is difficult and be able to match their emotions. Okay, so we've talked about the development of moral thought, moral behavior, and moral feelings. All of those things are included in a moral personality. And so, a big part of moral personality is moral identity. When we talk about moral identity, that is the thoughts, your behaviors, your feelings are usually all involved in someone's moral personality or moral identity. And when you have this moral identity, you usually are behaving in a way that that you behave in a manner where your behaviors match your thoughts usually. So if you believe that you have to abide by certain rules in order to be successful, then when times of potential compromise come, you're not going to compromise. You're going to go with what you believe is true. Moral character is another part of moral personality. And this is where you have these strong convictions. And not only do you have these strong convictions, but you set moral goals for yourself and you work to achieve them. And not only do you set these moral goals and you work to achieve them in times of in good times, but you usually have to overcome obstacles. And when you overcome these obstacles, you still hold strong to your convictions and you abide by them. Okay, so that is it for this section. In the next section, we are going to discuss the context of moral behavior.